Pen pal writing is a great way to learn a second language. If a language learner has multiple pen pals writing is an authentic, repeated exchange of meaningful messages, an essential part of communicative language learning. Since pen pal messages deal with a series of predictable topics such as family, neighborhood, food, exercise, and memorable events, the vocabulary and grammar that pen pals need to construct their messages are predictable, making pen pal writing tasks a great way to teach English. Furthermore, since pen pal messages involve sharing oneself and showing concern and interest in others, pen pal exchanges promote openness and respect. With all that in mind, my Ahuntsic college students and Helen Hefter's Montmorency college students sent postcards to Morocco and India in October 2018 as part of an international pen pal exchange project we set up for our beginner students. 2.5 months later, I received postcards back from my students' pen pals in Morocco, but we had to wait another month for Helen to receive replies to her students' messages from India. Unfortunately for our students, the semester is now long over, and we won't see those students again because the course is finished. We will probably send an email to those students to come pick up the replies from our offices, but I'm not sure how many will find the time to come and do that. Despite the authenticity, opportunity for form focus, and communicative nature of our postcard and letter exchange, one obvious limitation with the project is the lack of repetition students get. Clearly, writing one introduction doesn't provide enough repetitions to make the vocabulary and grammar stick. Although it's been a delight to receive postcards and letters from abroad, an international pen pal exchange using snail mail simply takes too long to be pedagogically useful. All is not lost, however. Sending postcards was only one part of our pen pal exchange project. In addition to sending postcards, my daytime Ahuntsic college students, Valerie Markham's Ahuntsic night school students, and Helen's Montmorency daytime college students exchanged pen pal messages on 8 topics using the virtual writing tutor's new pen pal exchange system. In total, 200 students in 9 groups were involved, and it was a great success. In this video, I'll tell you a little bit about the virtual writing tutor's pen pal exchange system, how it works, and why I think you should try it too. So here is the virtual writing tutor. It's an online grammar checker. You can count words, check spelling, check grammar, check vocabulary, check a paraphrase, get help with an essay outline, or create a hypertext narrative. I'll just demonstrate how it works. Paste in a text, in this case a text with an error, and click Check Grammar. As you can see, the system can count your words, count the errors, give you an error density, locate the error, explain to you what the problem is, give you a suggested correction, and then give you a link to a remedial activity to help you. If you're a member, you can translate the feedback and you can hear the system read you the feedback using text-to-speech. The virtual writing tutor is also a pen pal exchange. It's up here on the left-hand side. Click on Pen Pals. And first I'll log in as a student so you can see what a student sees. Now, as you can see, I have my pen pal exchange here. These are my pen pals, and I can reply to messages written by my pen pals here. And down here, these are the people who can reply to my messages. They don't necessarily have to be the same people. Now, clicking on my pen pal exchange, I can write a new message. For instance, down here, food and meals. I've got 0 words, so I can start a new message. or I can continue with an existing message by clicking on Edit, which I'll do. And here's a topic about my neighborhood. You see that I've added an image and an audio recording. I can click on Evaluation Criteria to see how my pen pal message will be evaluated by the system. And it shows me that I'll get a score on 10. It's expecting 100 words. I'll get 2 points for 100 words. These are the target structures it'll be checking for, and it expects me to put in 5 of them. If I do that, I get 2 points. I can make a total of 2 errors. So if I have an unusual spelling in my name or my neighborhood, it won't count 2 of the errors. And if I have less than 2 errors, I will receive 2 points. It wants 1 image and 1 audio count, 1 audio recording, and if I put those 2 in, I get 2 points each. All right. Now, here's my message, and I can put in the sentence with the error that I had before. It don't work. All right, now you can see that I can check my grammar, and the system will find errors in my grammar and I can correct them. Also, it'll check for targets by clicking on Check Targets. Now these target structures have been defined by the teacher, and I just simply click check, and it'll tell me that I have 6 of the 10 target structures. I can also record an audio, just erase the existing one, and record the next one. Start. Dear pen pal, I live in a neighborhood in the north of the Montreal island called Ahuntsic. When I click stop, it uploads the audio file for me. And then when I click save, the system checks for target structures, grammatical errors, and counts my words. And that's what a student will see. A student can also go and reply to messages by pen pals, find a message, and write a reply. Click on reply and write, dear pen pal, I like your picture. And then I can click post. When I click post, the system will send a notification email to my pen pal to let him know that I've read his message and I've left a reply for him. All right. Let me log out and I'll show you what a teacher can see. Now, as a teacher, I've set up a series of groups, and I'll show you one of my groups on Wednesday. So you can see all my students here. And you can see the buttons down here. Down here I can assign pen pal guests, and so in that way each of my students will have a pen pal to reply to their messages, and I can click on view scores. Now view scores will give me a list of all my students, and you can see all these automatically generated scores and the number of replies that these students have made to their pen pals messages. And I'll find a student who has a good score. Here we go, 80 on 80. Now I can click on the score and I can see how the score was calculated. And for instance, topic 1, the introduction, she has 10 on 10, and I can see why. She's written 117 words. The minimum word count was 100. She got 3 points for that. These were the targets, and the minimum number was 6, but she's put in 12 targets, and these are the targets she used. She got 3 points for that. So as you can see, the system tells me the details of how it calculated her score. Now going back, I can also see what she's written. And these are all the topics that I set up as a teacher. You can see I've got my instructions, an introduction, my neighborhood, technology, my family, food and meals, exercise, a memorable day, and a memorable trip, or my trip. And she's written something for each one. 117 words for the introduction, 115 words for neighborhood, 125 words for technology. And you can see that she's used the target structures from the lesson, 12 of them here, 10 here, 7 here, 21 there. And she's received some replies from her pen pals. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. All right, so let's have a look at one of her messages. We can look at her neighborhood. You see she's put in an audio, put in a message here. She's received a reply from her pen pal, and she's replied to her pen pal's reply, extending the conversation. All right. So all of these students in my groups can be shared with another teacher. I simply click on the group that I want to share with another teacher and click Share Link. This generates an invitation that I can send to another teacher. When they import the resources, they can add my students as pen pals to their students in their groups. All right, that's the pen pal system on the virtual writing tutor. I think it has some advantages over postcard and letter writing pen pal exchanges in the amount of feedback that students get, the number of messages they can send and receive, and the automatic scoring that saves the teacher a tremendous amount of time while giving the students the feedback they need to improve. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll give it a try.